Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So let's talk about how people use FCRA 605B wrong. Okay, so FCRA stands for Fair Credit Reporting Act. 605B is the section. Okay, well, 605 is the paragraph and B is the subsection, basically. Okay, so FCRA 605B basically is the language that states that if an individual provides a police report stating that they were a victim of identity theft, then the credit bureau has about 4 days to investigate and remove any false information. Okay, so for those of you who have gone through credit sweeps, for those of you who are credit repair people and you've actually used this method, you probably know that it does and does not work. Okay, yes, it can remove items. No, it does not necessarily remove them in 4 days. People have actually used this FCRA 605B till it is dead, and now credit companies are taking their sweet time to remove items. Okay, so part of the reason why I made this video is because there was a case that was brought against Credit One from a creditor, a debtor, you know, an individual just like us. And I think she thought she had a good case, and I want you guys to realize why rules are rules. Okay, so this individual went away to college, and her mother opened up credit cards in her name. Now, if y'all look much like me, y'all probably know that we've grown up with parents opening up stuff in our name, whether that's electric bill, cell phone, you know, cable, whatever. Okay, but this female actually experienced her mother opening credit cards in her name. So what did she do? She reported to the credit bureaus when she did her dispute that she was a victim of identity theft. She did not open those cards, and she wanted them removed. So she disputed and disputed and disputed to the point where she actually went and obtained a lawyer because Credit One was refusing to remove the items from her credit. Now, it sounds good, but it's not. And let me tell you why. If you're ever going to complain about someone stealing your identity, you guys have to have an identity theft report. So the credit card company, Credit One, they actually won the case against this female because something so simple. She refused to file a police report for identity theft against her mother. Why? Because she didn't want her mama to get in trouble, go to jail, and or she would have to prove how this happened. Okay, she didn't want her mom to have any charges or anything like that. So I'm letting you guys know that if you are going to use the FCRA 605B excuse or dispute reason, then you need to make sure you actually have a police report. Now let me tell you where you get these police reports from, because it's not just the police department. Okay, you can use the police department, of course. You can use your sheriff department, but you also can use the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. They are a quasi law enforcement agency, and in the excuse of using it to dispute items, you can use the FTC versus having an actual police report. Okay, FTC has actually changed how they issue these reports. Now they make sure that it is you, because they text your phone to make sure that you actually get this code, because at one time anybody could go and do an FTC report, and there was no identity verification to make sure that the person who really was typing it or creating it was the person that actually had the theft. Okay, another thing is, if you were getting your credit claim from someone, they may or may not have created these. So You need to know, in case an item comes back on your credit, you need to know how they went about trying to clean it, if they created a identity theft or a police report, so that you have it. Why? Because if they're going to say the lie, you need to go along with the lie too, because I've seen some people that go back and go, I never created that. I don't know what that is. And next thing you know, all the items that were removed from the credit came back, and the person that did your credit got in trouble. So remember, guys, FCRA 605B says 4 days. It's not going to happen in 4 days, but you cannot claim identity theft if you do not have some type of proof, whether that's through the FTC or your actual law enforcement agency. Another thing that you guys can do that helps is also use the Consumer Finance Bureau but you won't be able to use a letter from them. You would have to actually do this complaint on your own through their website. And you can list the same reasons that I selected, that, hey, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm a victim of identity theft. They may or may not ask you to upload documentation. If you do, you should. But make sure that you are not claiming identity theft and don't have any proof. That is not how FCRA 605B works. Okay, so have you guys got your credit cleaned by somebody? And did they tell y'all that they could remove everything in a month or so? Did you pay for a credit sweep? If you did, do you have a copy of that police report that they filed for you, or that FTC report? And if you don't, are you going back to get it? Because you may need it now. Okay, don't try to go out there and sue these people and say they're not doing their job, and you don't know how the person that removed the items from your credit did it. Okay, don't put that cart before the horse. Let me know what you guys think below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.